What's up, y'all? It's Lil Hands, the world's flyest YouTuber all time, and we are back on my second channel, the Lil Hands channel, and we've been reviewing the 48 Laws of Power, and this is the 7th straight week we doing the 48 Laws of Power, so congratulations, we almost there. We almost getting to 10, which means we getting closer to 48, so yes, sir, every new Sunday, we got a new law. So this law on this Sunday is get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Now, out of all the laws we've studied so far, this is my least favorite, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think there was some good bullet points he said in this, but this is my least favorite just for the simple fact that I don't really believe you should take credit of others. I see what he was trying to say. This is very manipulative. I see what he was trying to say is that it's easier to work smarter than harder, and not exhaust all of your energy by thinking you have to do everything yourself, because obviously you need a team and you need others that do things well that you necessarily don't. So I get what he was trying to say, but I personally think that it's okay to give credit to others, of course, like, because I look at life, I want everyone around me to succeed. I don't want to just be the only person that's succeeding, because that's immoral, and when you look at it, you'll never have no genuine people around you after that if you're a person that just takes the credit and all of that from people. But we're gonna get into my bullet points, I'm gonna get my thoughts, and then we're gonna get y'all out of here. So my first bullet point is use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. I thought that was interesting. His perspective on that was interesting. To accomplish this, you must always be vigilant and ruthless, keeping your creation quiet until you can be sure there are no vultures circling overhead. I think that's important, though. That goes back to just show, ooh, bro, I'm getting bit up out here, bro. But that just goes back to the lesson of concealing your intentions, always saying less than necessary. If you put stuff out too early, like your ideas, when they're not fully fledged out, people will be naturally want to bite your ideas and do it better. They'll try and do it better, and then it kind of leaves you in like, oh man, who is this guy? Oh, I'm gonna take his idea, you know what I mean? So I think that's super important, to always be quiet and never really reveal your moves, because those vultures are lurking, you know what I mean? Next is, hold on. Next is time is, I just wrote this down because this is important to know. Next is time is precious and life is short. That's why life is too short to be spending all your time working hard. You want to work smarter, not harder, so you could get the most done, you know? Next is, if you think it is important to do all of the work yourself, you will never get far. I don't think it's important. Obviously, I don't think you should always do the work yourself. You always want to work smarter and not harder, but I don't think it's also right to take from people, take people's shine, because then that's like you're kind of crossing them. And I'm a person, I'm definitely for this honor. I don't never want to go against nobody. I want to always have integrity and things like that. But I see what he's trying to say, but I just don't 100% agree with it, you know? This is important though. I think it says find people with the skills and creativity you lack. That just goes to show that everyone's strong at something. You can't be strong at everything though. So it's important to have people around you that are knowledgeable about certain things and pick their brains and learn from them, so that you can make whatever product you're trying to put out, whether it be something creative, a business, whatever it may be, make it stronger, because you're filling those gaps in that you may not be able to cover yourself. So next is and this is when I started to get like, okay, I kind of see what it was resonating a little bit more with me than just taking people's credit, but I kind of like this part of it, and we're gonna get into it. So it says, use the past, a vast storehouse of knowledge and wisdom. Use the past, a vast storehouse of knowledge and wisdom. Build on the achievements of others. And then this is what we gotta lock in. Fools say they learn from experience. I prefer to learn. Fools say they learn from experience. I prefer to profit by others' experience. Oh my God. Okay, so let's break that down, right? This is where I feel like he started to cook, because he was losing me at the first half. This is where he's starting to cook. So it says, use the past, a vast storehouse of knowledge and wisdom. So, bro, it's 2026. Everything, you know how they say there's nothing new under the sun. Everything's already been done, and everything's already been done. So basically, instead of trying to create something new, like reinvent the wheel, no, take what's worked in the past. Like if you want to get into clothes, take some of the things that you're inspired by, whether it be Virgil or Rick Owens or Raf Simons or Margiela, whatever it may be. This is an example. Whatever it may be, take it, become inspired from it, and make it yours. Learn from it. Use that wisdom, learn from it, and make it yours, instead of just ripping it off and being a carbon copy of something something. I think like all of that wisdom is there for a reason, for you to learn from it, not for you to just to be there and you say, okay, I'm gonna invent something totally new, right? Learn from it and be inspired and learn from it, and that's gonna make your work better. Build upon it. It says build upon the past. Yeah. It says use the past as a storehouse of knowledge and wisdom. Build on the achievements of others. You want to always build upon the past, build off of what's already worked and what's already been done. And then this is so important to me because it says, this is something I try and say. It's a saying that's saying smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Fools say they learn from experience. I prefer to profit off of others' experience. That just goes to show if someone's done something already, if someone's made mistakes, if someone's already lived their life, learn from it. Be a student of that to where you don't want to make them same mistakes, or whatever worked for them, it's going to work for you. You don't want to, like I said, fools learn from their own mistakes. Why go through it when you could just learn from someone else's experience? And that's something I look at all the time. I look at how people get caught up in a certain lifestyle in their 20s or lose certain things because of their lack of focus or whatever it may be. I just try and learn how people fail themselves and get stuck in holes. And I try and say, okay, on this upward trajectory of my life, I'm not going to get caught up in them same mistakes. You know what I mean? So even though I didn't really fully agree with this law, I agree with that part of the law and saying that the fools learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from others. So yeah, that's pretty much this law. Actually, it was actually a pretty cool law. I didn't 100% agree with everything, but it was a pretty cool law. So y'all let me know down below what y'all think. It's Lil Hands. I'm gonna see y'all next week for the next law. I love y'all, man. Keep working, keep grinding. Be nice to people. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all.